saw him in the garage. I said, no pressure. He laughed. But right now, 7th quick as we look at Ryan Sieg coming from the garage to turn some laps. And, well, as he heads out here at Michigan, we remind you of how things ended last week at Pocono. And this team's really been on a roll lately.
Yeah, you can see here Ryan Reed gets loose on the inside of Ryan Sieg and puts Sieg into that outside wall. And Larry, this team's on a small budget. They fight really hard each week to get to the racetrack. And when something like that happens, I think emotions get the best of everyone. And they went to the 16 car and confronted Reed, talked about what happened, and the talk got a little aggressive, I guess.
And I was down in the garage, and I saw that they're separated by just 2 stalls down there, Chris. Not a lot of separation for the 39 and 16.
No, just 1 car in between them down here in the garage. I spoke to both drivers before practice, and Ryan Sieg just essentially said, you know, I didn't like the way that Ryan Reed raced me, and Ryan Reed said, well, Ryan Sieg didn't like how I responded to him when he came up to me, and that's when the altercation happened in the garage area.
In the 0, right behind him in 4th, and Ryan Sieg also completed his opening round qualifying lap. He is now 2nd, was 1st, but he's 2nd because Brennan. Going to be a fun ride through the summer to see who makes the playoffs in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. What have you got for us, Chris?
Well, Ryan Sieg having a great first round in qualifying down here and already strapping in for that 2nd round. And Ryan, last week at Pocono, you had that damage to the right side of the car. You were a little bit nervous whether you're going to make it to this weekend. Is this the car from last weekend? Did you guys get it fixed up?
No, this is actually our Iowa car, and this is about the only one we had that could come to the racetrack and not have a little bit of minor damage. But the guys worked hard and got it really good, and it's amazing we're in the top 10 here at Michigan. Just hope everybody checks out on the X1 Sports app.
Trying to bounce back after last weekend. Jamie?
5.
Yeah, just a little over a 10th.
Ryan Sieg, our 3rd driver to run, round 2 qualifying. And with Daniel Suarez at the top, keep in mind, Joe Gibbs Racing has started 1, 2, 3, 7 different times in 2016. And Eric Jones, who will run later on in this session, going for his 4th consecutive pole. And that would only be the 2nd time a driver has won a pole in 4 consecutive races. The other driver to do it, Austin Dillon.
Last couple of drivers that's been out there down in 1 and 2, we've seen a trash bag kind of blowing around. This place is notorious for during the race, during practice, or even during qualifying for debris blowing around. I think a lot has to do with the banking on this front straightaway.
At the line, Sieg jumps in front of Bernard, 37.83, pretty much in line with what he ran in that opening round.
I think they're going to go retrieve the trash bag there.
Slid up the groove a little bit. These guys are really starting to inch up the track a little bit, widening out that groove.
Yeah, we saw Algar get a little loose there in the middle of 1 and 2. Track is really slick. These guys are right nose to tail, and you know that's got to be tough in that dirty air for those leaders.
Logano, 9th to 7th, drove to the inside of Ryan Sieg. Great effort for the 39 team earlier today. Eric Jones coming back, trying to get the runner-up spot one more time to the end.
Say a whole lot, but it's important if you remind yourself to continue to communicate so your crew chief can help you out.
My underdog story at the top, Ryan Sieg. He's right now running inside the top 10 and holding off Kyle Busch. This young man with a team that has a limited budget does a fantastic job week in and week out behind the wheel of that 39 car.
Yeah, this isn't easy to come to this racetrack and be fast. On the budget he has, how small a team that is, to come here and be competitive, I mean, you could imagine at Dover or some of the shorter tracks where they might run good, but when you come to a track like this and run well, it really is impressive.
Still nearly wide open down in the corners in race conditions.
Brendan Gaughan joining this mix. Right behind him, rookie teammate Brandon Jones in that 33. Mentioned it earlier, won the ARCA race here last night. First time he'd ever competed. And to his outside, 16 of Ryan Reed. Just talked to him.